Mark of amateur.
Property and casualty insurance company State Farm is targeted class action lawsuits filed in federal court today. Hi, Samantha State, UHF. The federal State Farm has discriminated in its hiring of minorities and women in Texas since 1980. It is similar to 3 California suits which forced State Farm to pay more than $4 billion in damages and hire women and minorities for half-the job opening. Judy Gruby is one of the 7 women who filed the suit. State Farm, the highest paid in the business, they could stand to gain hundreds of thousands of dollars of lost wages if they proved their discrimination claim. If the case follows the path of the California suit, attorneys for the plaintiffs estimate State Farm could end up paying more than $100 million in damages. National Public Radio, a G5 in Houston. Home ownership among young Americans is declining alarmingly and threatens to produce a permanent underclass of disadvantaged renters, according to a Harvard University study released today. Tony Randolph.
The annual report on the nation's housing shows the price of housing is skyrocketing, thereby causing a decline in the home ownership rate. The report says home ownership rates for households in the 25 to 29 age group fell to 36% last year, down from 43% in 1980. William Apgar, one of the report's authors, says a major reason is the down payment. We feel that policy action
So do you like Columbia?
So what do you like about Columbia?
Everything. I like it here. I don't see why everyone's bitching to get out of here.
Yeah, I guess I like living in Columbia. I'm not going to be stuck here forever.
Well, Karen, what keeps you in Columbia? I mean, what is it about Columbia that keeps people here?
Well, I don't know what it is about Columbia that keeps people here, but what's keeping me here is that I can't really afford to go anywhere else.
Columbia is so steeped in traditions and, like, things you've known about your whole life, like the state fair, the guy on Clemson Road with the Christmas decorations all tacky.
And I mean, it's easy. People are really easy to be around, and that's important. And you can make really good friends, real friends, and that's really important. And there's a lot of love, and that's important too.
I mean, if you meet all the right bartenders, you get free beer all the time.
Free beer's good. Free beer's real good.
Classic choice here at Dr. Brown's. Only $1 at the Rock Hotel.
So, where did you guys meet?
Oh man, where did we meet? I think I met you at the beach.
No, I remember. Okay, John Wooten.
Oh no.
That was it. Okay, John Wooten. There was a practice for August 1st in the basement.
Oh.
In the basement of Rick Griffith's house.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that's where we met. So, how many times did you guys go to the beach?
Definitely Fridays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesdays and Fridays.
What was Wednesdays all about?
Dance night.
Beat. Well, the Beat is sort of like a mythical place now. There's a club on Assembly Street. Went out of business.
When the Beat was around, it was like...
It wasn't a gay bar, it wasn't a straight bar. Two guys wanted to dance that was straight. That was cool because
there was just so much shit going on behind everybody's back. And people would tear each other down behind their back and then be their best friend to their face.
At the Beat, I mean, there are people that were like, I guess like were politically active that could be considered hippies, but hippies you find today are totally apolitical I mean, for some reason it went from punk back to hippie. It was just something I totally failed to understand. I mean, the logic of that escapes me entirely. The scene now is permeated by hippies. Every band is psychedelic, and in the Beat days it wasn't like that.
Kind of a gossip mill. Not everybody you knew there. Everybody knew everybody. And, well...
I don't remember.
About an hour.
I remember he playing with his grass skirt on with like this weenie sticking out.
And that other guy had on a diaper.
The big one.
Yeah.
We want for such a long time. incestuous, don't you think?
What do you mean?
I mean, among our group of people. Remember when you were little, you used to like beat the shit out of somebody when you like them? Like at recess, you'd beat the shit out of them. You go, hey man, bleh. Like not really beat the shit out of them, but you'd like smack them in the head or something, and that would be the same as giving them a kiss. Isn't that weird? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
you ever had little kids little kids have a crush on you or like you a lot, and they'll kick you? They go boom,
just to get your attention or something.
Yeah. And that's so funny, man. Yeah.
Are you gonna read something?
Yeah. This is Sick by Shel Silverstein from the book for kids of kids poetry for adults. I cannot go to school today, said little Peggy Ann McKay. I have the measles and the mumps, a gash, a rash, and purple bumps. My mouth is wet, my throat is dry, I'm going blind in my right eye. My tonsils are as big as rocks. I've counted 16 chicken pox. And there's one more. That's 17. And don't you think my face looks green? My leg is cut, my eyes are blue. It might be instamatic flu. I cough, I sneeze, I gasp, I choke. I'm sure that my left leg is broke. My hip hurts when I move my chin. My belly button's caving in. My back is wrenched. My ankle's sprained. My appendix pains each time it rains. My nose is cold. My toes are numb. I have a sliver in my thumb. My neck is stiff. My spine is weak. I hardly whisper when I speak. My tongue is filling up my mouth. I think my hair is falling out. My elbow's bent. My spine ain't straight. My temperature is 108. My brain is shrunk. I cannot hear. There's a hole inside my ear. I have a hangnail, and my heart is what? What? What's that you say? You say today is Saturday? Goodbye, I'm going out to play.
So what do you write about when you write songs?
Small things. What do you write about, Phil?
I don't know.
That song that you won't sing anymore because he doesn't like his voice very much, you know. But the song that Phil wrote, oh gosh. You Know It Is Not Here? Yeah. That is fucking great.
You like it?
Yes, I like it, and you won't do it anymore, and I love singing it. Yeah. My part's stupid, and Troy goes, yeah, in the background. He just goes, yeah. He's like backing you up, because what you're saying is cool. He's like going, yeah. And it's so cool on that one take, hearing Troy in the background going, oh, yeah. He's like going, yeah, like standing around going, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to write about, like, I don't know, small things. Like, I don't know, I feel like if you can, like, get a piece of time down so that people can smell it and be in it, it's cool.
What do you think of the Glam Dogs?
The Glam Dogs, they're a great band. They're a great band because they're entertaining. Okay, well, this band is sort of an institution. It's been here since '62, I believe. My dad used to come here when he was in high school. There's a picture of it brand new in the high school yearbook for Eau Claire. It's got everything you need here: burgers, cheese toast sandwiches, French fries. The chicken's really good. The chicken is actually much better than this other place. Everybody comes here. It's kind of a regular, I guess. Comes here often. Still reasonable prices, too. The only thing they're missing, really, is a drive up where you can order from your car, but there's not enough room for that. You see lots of neon, hand-painted signs. A real original place.
Wife
So where do you want to take all this? I mean, once you get your 7-inch out and stuff, is it enough just to have a band, or do you want to go?
We'd love a tour. Yeah, I think we're probably gonna. If this 7-inch goes out well, then basically putting a 7-inch out is kind of like the big experiment for us, is seeing it. You know, if it sells very well, if it gets a good response, and our record company treats us well, it's kind of like a big experiment for us, because we've been together sort of a long time, a pretty good bit of a long time, where we probably should have accomplished more by now, but being that neither of us have ever been in a real serious band before, we weren't really sure how to go about things. So this 7-inch is kind of like a big experiment for us, sort of stick our foot in the water and see what happens. And if everything goes well, then at the best we'll probably release another 7-inch before next summer. And if everything really, really goes well, then being money-wise and all, we're able to save some money and buy a vehicle or whatever. We'd probably like to tour this summer. And so that's basically as far as we're looking in the future. I mean, it doesn't do good to have a lot of high hopes and everything, but day by day. That's about as high as our hopes are right now. If that happens, I think we'll have accomplished probably more than we even set out to. Because it basically started me and Kevin just getting together and playing. Yeah. Neither one of us could play. Yeah, just trying to learn how to play our instruments. And I played in a couple other local bands, but and some of them did well, but I wasn't as it was never really the kind of music I wanted to play. So.
Columbia has definitely a pretty rockin' scene.
This is the famous Johnson's Music Studio. It's in the guitars that Mr. Johnson might sell if you're lucky. He's kind of tight with the guitars, doesn't like to sell them very much. He's got some that's 25 years old, never been played.
What are some of the best guitars he has?
He's got some Gretches and some Epiphones, real big hollow body. He's got a Gretsch Country Gentleman, some K's. A lot of old stuff that's hard to find and getting more in demand.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, have you bought any guitars from this guy?
No, can't afford them.
They're really that expensive, huh?
Yeah, he knows what they're worth.
How can he make money if he doesn't sell his guitars?
I don't know. I think he just sells a whole lot of picks.
I don't know what makes Columbia special.
Where'd Psycho Toy come from? The name.
The bathroom of Joel Ryan's house.
You're kidding?
Mm-mm.
It's just written up there?
It was a vision in the toilet.
Exactly. The water became troubled, and then Dale was looking down the toilet. He was looking at his yesterday's lunch, saying, "What can we call our band?" And then the name Psycho Vomit. That was the first one. No,
seriously, Psycho Toy means
thoughts at play.
Yeah, see, Psycho we use for psyche and relating that to the thought process and thoughts, and toy being games actually that we actually just manipulate or play with thoughts.
idea with us, I think it's really important to, if you want to get an idea across, is to get the thought or the words or the lyrics or whatever you want to call it, and try to get the music as close to possible with the words, so that the music will
reflect what the lyrics are trying to.
It'll give you an emotional response through whether you're just listening to the music or whether you're concentrating on the words. It's the way that I think you should write music. Start with an emotion and just expand on that, and think about things that make you feel that way, and just keep going forward in that direction. And that's the way I think about songwriting. Starts with emotion. A lot of our music's like that. A lot of the ideas are reflected in the actual, just the melodic part of the music.
I think the best thing about our band, really, to me, is that when people ask me what we sound like, I never am able to tell them. Because there's so many people that can just say, well, our band sounds like this with overtones of that or something like that. And I always have to go, I don't really know. Like, I could just tell them what kind of instruments they've got. You know, that's about it. That's about as far as I can go. And I just have to say, you have to come see us to see what we sound like. And a lot of bands can't say that. And that's about the best thing about this band, besides me. But that is music. Well, you know what I mean.
Alright, I'm ready for this bug dance.
I gotta do a shitty version. I'm so out of energy today, I can't think straight. Yo! I can't do the bug dance unless I'm drunk.
You were drunk that time.
Yeah! These are bug legs.
The first time you did it, you weren't drunk, man. You were just sitting there and go, hey, wanna see something? This is the bug dance.
The bug dance is happening. Phil, you gotta do it too.
No,
everybody needs to do it.
Oh, come on, Phil, be silly.
I'm not doing no bug dance.
That's what bugs do, that though.
When they're dying, man. That's
the dance of death.
And what was the next question? I guess, part of the reason I wanted to play at all was just because I was hearing stuff in my head, and other people couldn't sort of plug into my head and hear what I was hearing, and I thought, to prove that I wasn't insane, that I better learn how to play the stuff, so to show people that, I actually was hearing things in my head and wasn't just, freaking out.
Because your first tape was pretty incredible for someone who just used a 4-track and some at-home instruments.
But the album actually utilizes a lot of the same kind of homemade things. Like I got cooking pots, and because Mason played congas, Mason Stokes played congas and drums, but he played congas on one song, a few songs, but there was one more song that I wanted him to play congas on, but he had left. Like he's now in Virginia, going to grad school. So I thought, well, I'll have to play them. But I didn't have any congas, so I got a little metal cooking pot and played the cooking pot, and it actually sounds pretty good. But I do use a lot of these homemade kind of things on the album, in addition to real instruments. So,
The other night, about 10 o'clock, outside the grocery store parking lot, a friend accosted who held onto her purse, was next found riding in the back of a hearse. It could have been me. Could have been me. A guy was talking just the other day about how he got to be that way. He was doing 30, thought that's doing alright, but some folks were drinking and they missed the red light. It could have been me. It could have been me. Could have been me. It could have been me.
Yes, this is the state capitol, and I guess you can see some people over there in suits and ties.
Oh, let's go over here and look at it.
See, and then there at the top of the Capitol building, you can see the Confederate flag.
Oh yeah.
Which God struck down one day. Actually, I don't know if you've heard about this, but like a few months ago, there was a big lightning storm, and the Confederate flag was ripped to shreds, but the one above it, the American flag, was left alone. Now, if that's not a sign,
I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Why are you still in Columbia?
Why am I still in Columbia? God, if I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't be here. No, I'm back here. I love Columbia. I'm one of its most outstanding citizens.
Jamie, what is it that brings you back to Columbia?
A series of close-knit friendships, like you.
Now tell me, what was Greg's Dock all about?
Alright. There have been parties and parties and parties, and bands and bands and bands. And it kind of got to be the same thing over and over and over again. And Troy and I were talking one night about trying to put together a party that everybody tried, all these people that we had known for years, but we never really got a chance to see how they express themselves.
Can we get some keg action? Ooh, yeah.
Make more pump out. Hold it down so it'll pump faster.
places in the world I don't mind. We using part of the furniture. Look outside and tell me what you think that you'll find. It's nice. What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do now? Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
Is it safe to stick this in your refrigerator?
I doubt it.
Where's a safe place to stick it so I just don't have to carry it around? Can I stick it in your room someplace?
Why don't you stick it? That sounds really good. Why don't you stick it?
Okay, that's good.